Hi everybody. I am here today to talk to you guys a little bit about my makeup collection. I did a decluttering video not too long ago where I showed you, I went through and got rid of a ton of makeup, and so I kind of shared with you guys what I got rid of and a little bit of the reasoning why. And I thought I would do something on the same subject but the opposite end of the spectrum. Today I'm going to show you the things that I won't part with. And kind of give you a bit of an explanation as to why they're the staples in my makeup collection, why they are my go-to things. Even if it's not something that I use every day, it's something that I won't part with. And so this is that video, obviously. So I'm going to start with two things that aren't exactly makeup. And I'm only going to share these two things. I'm not doing skincare or anything like that. This is purely makeup, but these two things I'm going to share just because they make the makeup work. And the first one is the Unique Touch Glorious Primer. This is my go-to primer. It is very, very smooth to feel. It does not feel heavy. It holds on to the makeup. It's worked with every foundation and powder that I have tried, and makes my makeup last. So as you can see, I'm getting down to the bottom of this tube, so I need to buy another one, and I will, because this is the best primer that I have tried. So can't do my makeup without it. And then the other one is my MAC Fix Plus setting spray, and this is the opposite end. So this is before I put my makeup on, this is afterwards. It's like hairspray for your face, and it holds everything in. I also do this step before I do my highlighter. I'm going to take my glasses off because the light is glaring on them and it is distracting me while I am watching myself in the viewfinder. So taking those off. But this is something that I put on even before I do my highlighter, and it gives my highlight something to stick to. And I find that it just finishes off the look really, really well. Helps to set everything, and doesn't change the finish so much if I'm going for matte, and I've got a lot of matte products on. They stay matte if I've got a lot of shimmers and shines and stuff on, or if I've put on my dewy serums and stuff like that, then that's the finish that I get. And so I like that it doesn't affect that, versus something that's more mattifying. If I put a glowy serum on and then I put a mattifying setting spray on and then I'm matte, and I'm like, well, what's the point of the serum? So that is the two things that I'm making exception for that aren't exactly makeup. And then I'm just going to jump right into it. So if you've watched many of my videos, you know we've been having a mascara war. And I think this is the winner, you guys. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and it is the one that I grab 9 times out of 10. And so this is the one, if I had to pick one mascara, which when I travel is what I do, this is the one that goes with me. I like that it makes my lashes, I had to think of the word, nice and dark and full looking. I can build it up to get more length. I don't get as much length as I do with my Epic mascara, but it's wonderful. And the only thing that I would say about this is there is one mascara that I have tried that is better, that would be my ride or die, and that is the Unique 4D mascara. It's unbelievable. 2 coats of it and my lashes will leave streaks on my glasses because of the length and the volume that it gives. However, it irritates my eyes, and I found that every time I wore it, my eyes were super watery and runny and just uncomfortable. So that one got donated to my sister. That's an amazing mascara, but I can't wear it. It doesn't work for me. So that being said, this is my go-to. This is my ride or die. And to kind of give you guys an idea of what that's like when I say that it's my go-to mascara, I have mascaras that I could grab and I don't. This is the one. So this is my mascara of choice, the Better Than Sex one. And it is better than sex. Don't tell my husband I said that. Yeah, you can. He doesn't believe anything I say anyway, because I like to harass him. The next one is going to be highlighter, because that's the next one that I grabbed. So this is the Artist Couture Summer Haze Highlighter. This is one that came in my BoxyCharm. And I will be honest, when I got it, I thought that is going to be too dark, because I am very, very fair. And so those darker colors don't look right on me. They cast the shade and they don't work. And I was very, very surprised the first time I put this on how subtle and natural it looked, but also quite buildable to be quite vibrant. And I absolutely love this one. So this is my go-to highlighter. I thought for sure I wasn't going to keep it. I thought I'm going to try it once. It's not going to work. I'm going to give it to my nieces. And they were very disappointed that I did not give it to them, because it is my favorite. I love this one. The only thing that bothers me about this is that it is a loose highlighter. And so if I forget to twist that little cap in there, which I did before traveling to Colorado, and like filled the little top tray. So when I do use it, I tend to also highlight my carpet and my pants and my hand and everything else. But it's so beautiful that it's okay. So that is my go-to highlighter, is this one by Artist Couture. And I'll be honest, I haven't tried any of the other shades or anything, but I am going to pick some up the next time I do a makeup splurge, which, fingers crossed, Santa will get me a gift card. I mean, he usually does. So, and we're going to talk lips. You guys know that I love red lips, and I have a ton of red lipsticks. But this one might surprise you guys. This is my absolute favorite red, and this is the Unique Stiff Upper Lip Stain in Shameless. It is that red when you put it on, and it does not budge. I use this under my other reds. So if I am using a conventional lipstick, so not a liquid lipstick, such as my Ciate Jessica Rabbit one, those will wear off throughout the day. And if they're wearing off and this is underneath it, you can't tell. Or I use this on its own. It is true red. It is absolutely gorgeous. This was my first purchase from Unique, and it's what got me hooked on their products. And I absolutely love their lip stains and their lipsticks in general. I think their lip products are probably my favorite. This is, though, my ride or die red. But I also love this, and I don't talk about nudes very often because I go for color, I go for bright. But this is the Splash liquid lipstick in Stellar. This is also a Unique product. And it is a very, very nice nude. I like my nude to be slightly darker so that you can tell there's something on my lips. I don't like the kind of concealer lip look where your lips are very, very pale and mix in with your skin tone. I'm not a huge fan of that, and it might just be because my skin tone is so light that I feel like I look like a ghost. But this is the perfect nude for me. And I can put it on and I don't have to reapply throughout the day. It stays, it's comfortable, it's lightweight. Once it dries down, I don't have to worry about transfer. And I can eat, and at the end of the day, my lips still look like this. And so that is probably the lipstick that I wear the most, because when I do a bright eye like this, I don't do a bright lip because it competes. Most of the time I don't do a bright lip. As soon as I said it, I was like, yeah, but you do, because you like color and you don't care. So most of the time I do a bright eye or a bright lip. Sometimes I will coordinate and do both, but that's just because some days I like to be a little bit more. So there you have it. And then the next two things, and I'm really surprised at how few of the things when I looked at it that really I had intended on picking like one from each category: a bronzer, a contour, a highlighter, a foundation. But all of those things, when I was looking at it, I feel like I can interchange. Right now I'm wearing a L'Oreal foundation. I really love the Unique foundation. I have tried several that I just am enjoying, and it's kind of whatever I have on hand. And so that's not a huge thing for me. And I just wanted to be really genuine on what it is that won't change out in my collection. So those things I will change out. So you'll see me use different ones all the time, depending on what I have. But these things won't. And so the next two things are my two favorite eyeshadow palettes. And since eyeshadow is my favorite thing to play with because you can just completely transform a look. I can do the same base makeup and the same lip and have 30 different looks based on the eyeshadow: dramatic, classic, natural, whatever. I think I could do a natural makeup. That would be a challenge for me. No makeup look. So I'm going to talk about my two favorite eyeshadow palettes, and these are the ones that won't change in my collection. And just to kind of give you guys a heads up, I have some really good shadows in my collection. I've got, like, this is a Pat McGrath shadow palette. There's 6 shades in here, and this is like $60. This is my Natasha Denona mini that's like $25 for the smallest eyeshadows you can imagine. I've got some really, really spendy eyeshadows, and these two are kind of middle of the row prices, and I can't live without them. And so the first one is another unique one. This is Addiction Shadow Palette 5, and it was one that I was really, really nervous to get. And when I got, I was really, really nervous to start playing with because the colors in here are so bright, but it's not going to translate as well on camera. You can kind of see it there. These are duochrome shadows, and so they shift color in the light, and the pigmentation is just amazing. So this silver is to die for. This shade alone is worth having it, and I use it all the time. You can see the indent in it from me using this. But all of these colors in here are just, and this one here, you can see it's like a pink to orange. And this one is like a purple, not quite to pink. It's like, I don't know. It's just, these shadows are gorgeous. And so you can do looks alone, and I have done looks alone with just these colors, and you can make some really, really pretty like sunset type eyes and stuff like that, rainbow eyes with it. It's absolutely gorgeous. But it's also a great add-on to other looks. I have the gold color on the inner corner on this look today because it's my favorite gold, and I have like 6 other golds, and that's the one that I go to 90% of the time. The other palette that I use is my Violet Voss Flamingo palette, which is the other one that I'm wearing today. And this was my first non-unique purchase, and I'm so happy that I settled for this one. The colors in here are amazing. There's a little bit of everything. There's some cool, there's some warm. The shimmers in here are really, really good, with the exception of this one right here. And I can't tell you the name. You can read it. I don't have my glasses on. That one hard panned for me right away, and I just have a hard time building up the pigmentation on that one. And that's the only shadow in this palette, though, that I have an issue with. But bright, beautiful colors, and I can do subtle looks. These kind of neutrally shades down here, nice warm transitions, or on their own for simple looks. This palette is my go-to, and one of the things that you'll notice is I didn't name an eyeliner as my favorite. And if I am going to do simple basic makeup, basically if I don't feel like putting on a bunch of stuff, I'll put on mascara, eyeliner, and lipstick and call it a day. But the reason I didn't put an eyeliner in is I will use a black shadow, and this palette has one that I do use quite often. And it's a nice true black, and just do a push shadow. So I take a flat shader brush and just push it up against my eyelashes, and it gives me a nice simple line without any fuss, without any mess, right up next to my line, because I do have hooded eyes, so it doesn't take up any lid space. And that's what I use for my eyeliner 99% of the time. So this palette kind of double duties for me for that one. And that's my go-to stuff. That's the stuff that whenever you see me do declutters in the future, won't disappear. That's the stuff that will stay forever. And when I run out, I will buy new. I say forever, but you know, who knows who will be 5 years from now. But that's my go-to stuff. And that's what I am actually wearing almost all of it. Well, obviously I'm not wearing the red lip, but everything else I am actually wearing today. So that's the stuff that I stick with. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my anti-declutter video. This is the keepsake makeup. Tell me what you guys love. What is it that you have in your collection that you can't live without? Is it something that I need to try? Let me know in the comments below. Bye.